Hello and welcome to the next episode of our Terra Invicta Resistance playthrough. Now, in the last episode, we have fought our way the first time into an asteroid alien base here. So no, that's the wrong fleet. The invasion fleet here, the first one, is currently landed on La Hacienda here, or La Cadiera, and has taken out the alien presence here. So, where's that base here? Can we see that? No, we can't see that landed here. But the fleet is here. We are waiting for the shipyard to finish to repair the fleet, and then we are going to move out, probably towards Jupiter already with this fleet, just to get this stuff going. And the next fleet we are constructing, we'll probably go for the other asteroid belt, and then from there base, and then from there outwards. Something like that. I've had some thoughts about this in between. And now, while we wait, we are going to push towards the deuterium helium 3 fusion so that we get the inertial confinement fusion reactor 3 here, which will then be a good combination with the tier 2 drive that we had for the fusion reactor, which we already have unlocked. And then we can see how that actually plays out. So last episode we also designed some ships here. Ship classes here. So for example, we designed the particle dreadnought here, or the foil dreadnought, the next tier of ship, which is larger. As you can see here, this one will bring a lot of coil guns to the battle, which I do like. And that in combination with the Lancer, but which one was it? Where's the Lancer? Here. The Lancer Supreme. We do need a new name for this one, which has a laser point defense and the siege coiler here, or spinal coiler, against the station that are about to be destroyed by us. What we also need to consider is that we need the Marines, which we currently have here in this fleet itself. So we do not have a design for these better ships, let's call it like this. So we still need probably the cruisers here to bring the Rangers to whatever base we have to take out. So we have to consider that we probably have to build a cruiser marine fleet as well here. So it will be only 8. We could consider to do this already right now. We do have the shipyards on Earth though. And then we could upgrade the engines afterwards, so that would be a fine thing to do. We could also consider to upgrade the drive right now, but I think then we will pay a lot for the radiator, and ideally we also upgrade to the next radiator with the next tech. So maybe instead... I mean, what is the cost here? We will need 8 of these ships here. Right? 8 times... What was it again? 10, 80. It would be a lot. 8 times 80. No, 60. Alright, 480. That's roughly enough. Maybe we lost one marine ship there. Maybe. We could do this. Think about it. Do we have the resources for it? I think we do. We do have a massive fleet under construction anyway. So let's go to Earth here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be our marine fleet for the next fleet that's going to be fin. Oh no, wait a second. There is a marine ship here already. Maybe it was a replacement ship. Maybe. I don't remember. I have skipped a few days and did some other gaming, like Dune Imperium. Feel free to check out the episodes of that as well. Yeah, we wasted half of our metal in this, so that's fine, I guess. I think we can keep it like this. We're going to build an endless amount of ships anyway. So now we need to get the mission control for all of this. That's gonna be hard to do. So let's talk mission control. Operations center here will finish on December, so that's useful. We're going to get a bit here. We should make sure that all of them have a capital flagship here. Yes, we do. Defense fleet also has a flagship. No, I think that was... Right, that was lost. So let's hope one is under construction on Mars. Let's see. Yes, that's there. Okay. It's done in 133 days. So, we have to get more mission control. Which brings us back to Earth here. And of course we are investing hard in mission control here in the United States. And we are also investing hard into mission control in the South American Union. But this one is going to be running out in a few weeks already. Yeah, in like 1.5 months this one is going to be full. Here we do have a bit more breathing room. Another 30 mission control can be made. But even that's not going to be a lot. So, because we are basically building 3 per month, so, yeah. Not even going to hold out a year until we are maxed out in America as well. So let's finish the mission phase. In between I also did some of the experience points here, so I buffed up some of the guys.
Less information. It doesn't matter what.
And now I'm going to go into the advanced fission systems. The reason for that is the spinal neutron lens, because I designed a new ship between episodes. And that's the Lancer, Particle Lancer here. The Particle Lancer has a spinal particle lance, 4 slots. That's the only ship we have that currently can field this. And we can upgrade this one to the neutron lance. The neutron lance hits like a truck. I think it's like 3 times the damage than the spinal particle lance does currently. So that's a lot of damage. And I do want that upgrade. So I want a handful of these Lancers because they have 1000 range and therefore can do a lot of funny things to the other alien ships when it is time. Now the big question is also like, how can we increase the mission control cap here? And the answer for that is government, economy, and education. So when this is done, we are going to just go back in our regular investments here and fix everything, or not fix, but buff everything up that we have in the country stats here, and go even higher in economy and education here. Yeah, so that's the main to-do now, and I think for the next 2 months nothing will happen, because our fleet needs to repair, and our second fleet needs to be built. And then we can continue. What we could consider now is taking over the Bahamas so that nobody can sabotage them. So that we just finally invade this one and take it out. That should be good. We also have to fix the public opinion again because that's going to drop our cohesion massively again. I'm not sure who is pushing us here, but someone is, which is annoying. And meanwhile we are going to continue investing and considering to now go into China or India here. But I'm somewhat not super convinced by all of this. Because on the one hand I want to keep the initiative strong. I mean, we would like to purge the servants out of here, so maybe we can work on this.
Where do you need me?
So if we move this over here, we might have a decent chance eventually. Currently 0% of course, but... No, wait, wrong guy, that's Otis.
Ready for my mission.
Ian here. Oh, it's 19% on the humanity first though. We maybe want to try it.
Cracking down.
And Felicia.
Acknowledged. Where to?
Now if that works out, if this happens, then we can take it over. Is there still a religious control point? Yeah, this one. We need to take control of this one because then the public opinion shift in favor is stronger and they are investing hard into unity here. So we definitely want to get rid of this one. Let's go for the humanity first ones first and then we go for the servants here. I think it's time that we take something else, and let's take India here. And in regards to tech, we are going into the ultra neutron containment because that's required for the neutron spinal lance. It's not shown here yet because this tech is not unlocked. And the duster plasma radiator is the upgrade to the radiator here. And then in combination with the new generator that we are going to get, this should be pretty good. So, let's push forward a few weeks and see what exactly happens. Here we are, and I progressed a few months forward. We are now in June already. I think it's half a year more or less that is gone by. And research-wise, we are now deep in terawatt fusion reactors and anaeronic fusion, while we are rebuilding or upgrading our fleets. So the Invasion Fleet 1, which was on the La Cadiera asteroid, has been repaired here, and now it's flying towards Jupiter, to Callisto. It's going to arrive there in November, and the aliens are preparing a welcoming committee here, so we can see here that they have collected 17 ships now, and I know that there are more ships flying towards it. Not necessarily they will stay there, but who knows what they are doing. I don't know if I want to fight this right away. I might rather make a station on Callisto first and then bait them into an attack, because I don't want to fight the fleet and the station at the same time. We know that's quite hard. So the fleet alone will be already tough, and then yeah, let's see how that works out. It's not unlikely that we take heavy losses there in that fight. But meanwhile, I have been upgrading our ship classes and designs. So I created the endgame class. The endgame class is more or less like the design where we are going to fit in the campaign with. So we know already the Particle Plus Lancer, which will have the very big spinal particle lancer here, which we are currently researching the upgrade to this one. So this one has 240 megajoule. And if we check this one, it has 560 megajoules. So it's a tiny bit stronger. A very tiny. Yeah, so but we are not constructing them as of yet. But we are going to do those soonish. So I'm going to, for the Particle Plus, I'm going to actually wait for the tech before I start building those ones. Because I don't want to rebuild too many ships. Because we don't really have the metal currently. We have burned through all the metal we own. With the result that we are now, well, tight on resources now. But we can get rid of some designs like the marine design here. And also the Particle 2 design, which is now gone. We do have the Particle ship design, which is used on Mars for defense purposes. So yeah, that's still a thing. And of course we do have a lot of ships here in the invasion fleet of older design, which we're probably going to rebuild as well when we have arrived on Jupiter, because we are going to need more KPS. And the main part of the rebuilding is, of course, is upgrading the generators. So the endgame class here, if we check it out, is now running on the inertial confinement fusion reactor 3 and the Deuteron Nova Fusion Lantern. And I'm researching the Hellion Nova Lantern, which is probably the drive we are going to end the game on. So these stats should be fine to do everything we want. However, this drive requires 527 gigawatts. That's a lot. So if we check it out, so the Hellion Nova Lantern here, 527 gigawatts, and the Deuteron Nova Lantern, 141 gigawatts. So that's a tiny upgrade, very tiny. And of course that's a problem. And the Confinement Reactor 3 that we just got is not going to cut it for this. So it can do that output, but it will immensely increase the mass of the ship. Because it's 1 ton per gigawatt, so we do know already that we will at least have like 600 tons of weight from the generator alone. And then a lot of weight, you can actually see that already in the current ship designs, from the radiators. So if we go to the Particle Plus design, now let's use the Particle Dreadnought here as a good example. It's a heavy one. You can see here that the radiator is 4,200 tons alone. And the power plant is 400 tons. Of course, there's also a lot of lateral armor and propellant costs. But yeah, the 25% of radiators is a lot here. So the idea currently is, that's why I'm pushing these two technologies. The anaeronic fusion will unlock the inertial confinement fusion reactor 4. And the terawatt fusion reactor will unlock the inertial confinement fusion reactor 5. And these two we can slap on the Halien Nova lantern here. And then this should get us to the winning condition relatively easy. This should get us fast enough into the belt and into the Cooper belt, so at the outskirts of the solar system. Because the differences between these two not drives, but generators is immense. So we are currently here, 1 ton per gigawatt, 3.2 terawatts output, and 92% efficiency. The efficiency is important for the amount of radiators you need. The more efficiency you have, the less heat you will produce. Because more or less the 8%, which is not transformed into power, is therefore transformed into heat, which has to be sent out into space somehow. Now, if you go to the inertial confinement reactor 4, it's already 95% efficiency, and it's almost half a ton per gigawatt. And the output also, of course, increases, but that's not really important for us, the total output. It's more about the mass and the efficiency. And then if we go to the confinement reactor 5, it halves again. So we only have 2.5% waste heat or waste efficiency, and the rate is also 0.25 tons. So if we go to the version 5 here, compared to version 3, we will have a quarter of the cost, so like 100 tons roughly. For the current drive, it will be a bit different for the drive we are researching. And of course, the efficiency, like the required rate for the radiators is like a third. So this is going to be a really good combination. I don't think we are going to go deeper than 5, because 6 here will require proton-proton already. And proton-proton, even though we might want to pick it up after anaeronic, proton-proton is another 100k that we have to invest. And then the confinement fusion reactor 6 is also already 100,000. That's really expensive. The other ones here are 35k and 25k. So they are really cheap. Up to 5, it's relatively quick and easy to research. Later it gets really slow, but these drives and generators that you get are also really, really powerful. But I do think we don't need to go higher than 5 with the fleets here. The rough plan for our fleets now is that we are going to make another invasion fleet with the ships that are already finished. So we have most of them already on the new design with the Deuteron drive and the generator 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the Marines on top of this, a flagship, and the coil guns, as far as I know, are still under construction. So this is going to be the new invasion fleet. So that's how's the other one called? Invasion Fleet 1. So this is going to be the Invasion Fleet 2. But we are still waiting for our coil guns to finish. Our coil ships to finish. So yeah, they're either in getting refactored here, so wait a second, where are my coil guns? 1, 2, 5 days, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, there are 10 coil ships here. And we are currently lacking metal though to build more ships, so that's why I'm going to delay. And the general idea is that we will go into the endgame designs with the next fleet. So this Invasion Fleet 2 is still on the battleship classes here and the cruiser ships. And then the next one will be the Dreadnought and the Lancers to continue. But we do lack metal now, which is a problem. Maybe we could consider befriending someone. Take that. No, wait a second. Exodus, maybe. Maybe we can find someone from Exodus and befriend them again. They are only in conflict with us. We are not at war. So that's decent. And then we maybe can trade for a bit more metal so that we can speed up our ship construction again. Might be an idea. So when this fleet is done, the invasion fleet 2, in like 200 days. So that will take a while until these ships are finished. 170 days. No, 203 days is the longest one here. And then we can fly out and go wherever we need to go. And here we are already waiting for our Lancers here that I wanted to build, the point defense Lancers. We are waiting for resources already, so that's gonna take a while. But yeah, the second fleet is under construction. This one is already paid for, it's higher tech as well. And now we are getting started on the third one, which is the, let's call it endgame class fleet, which will probably see a redesign again when the ships are finished. Of course, that's going to be a lot faster than reconstructing them from scrap. But yeah, this will be in 2039 when these fusion reactors finish, and all the other ships we are currently doing and the flights that we are doing will be finishing in this year there. I'm also researching mission to outer planets so that we can go outwards to Uranus and Neptune and further out. So this is also very important. And here's the spinal neutron lance. I'm researching this as well. I think when these two are finished, we are going to push through the reactors, the lantern, and the weapon here. And we also have the tier 3 coil gun batteries here still open, which we still need to do. So a lot of stuff we have to research, but let's pick the global techs first, and then we continue from there. And now I'm going to just wait until we probably arrive on Jupiter in the end of this year. Okay, we are on Jupiter and the alien fleet has engaged us, and now the big question is, can we win? And honestly, I don't think so. So they have 26 ships here, we have 27. The last fight was already pretty hard. And yeah, even though they're doing us a favor again by going into a kind of convoy formation, but the convoy is not spread out enough to make a difference here. So this is... I don't think this will make... No. The problem is that they have a huge amount of capital ships here, which are going to burn through our ships here with the mech shots and everything. So even if we, for example, shoot and focus down certain things here, that one has a late... You're not getting through even. Seriously? Oh, we should... Ah, now we are reaching it, okay. And then maybe go here. Okay, we have to go in closer a bit. Problem is, as we can see here, the mech shots are going to get through. Yeah, we don't have enough point defense to defend against anything here. So even if we now shoot down, for example, this guy here. Let's do a few volleys on these ships here. We have to slow down a bit. Can we shoot them down, these flankers here? That would be ideal. But there's a lot of other mech shot ships coming here. So unlikely. As you can see, we didn't get through there at all. Maybe it's even better to remove targeting here for a second. So that they shoot at whatever is closest to them. We get the Sacred Vision. That's good. So that one is toast. So let's focus on these guys here. And on these guys here. I mean, these guys just need like a few hits here. Every time. And maybe we get the main fleet done though. Even though these guys will shoot us down from behind, which is going to be super annoying. But we are going to get most of these guys out here. Just a few volleys on all of these guys here. And where's the blue Leviathan there? Oh, it's one of these guys behind us. That's why nothing can get blocked here. Okay. Yeah, the Titan behind us is just toasting us. Maybe we should turn around and take the Titan out. We have to turn around anyway. So those who can still shoot at the Titan maybe should do it. Oh, we can get through. Nice. Maybe we should have done that earlier though. Okay, let's stop targeting again, because yes, I wanted to say this one is toast. So let's shoot at whatever we can shoot at now. Okay, let's target this guy there, because it's shooting way too many bullets now. So whatever we can shoot down. This one also needs a volley. Okay. We are getting somewhere. I think that's already enough for this guy. And also this one has mech shots here. Okay, we are going to survive this, but most of our fleet is going to be dead. Okay. That's not too shabby. These are all derelict ships now, so we can turn around to this person here. One of the few persons still shooting. This went better than I expected, even though the losses are, of course, extreme. But this, of course, was also a very big alien fleet now. Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, they are mostly gone now. Great. Ooh. Maybe one could have played this better, but I don't know. Let's auto-resolve the rest. Okay. Something survived apparently, probably that disengaged, and we lost like half of our fleet. We got 15 exotics though. That's really nice because we can rebuild high-tech fleet with that. So we are going to need this. Okay, how much is left? Hey, like half the fleet is left. Great. Hey, at least we can take the servant base here. That would speed up things though, because we can immediately... No, doesn't really speed up things. We can... This base here, we do need a space stock here. And let's just make a supply depot here. And we can also put a mining module there. There we go. Oh, servants are sabotaging us again. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. Yes, nice. Oh. It's a fusion pile, so no. So rebuild it though, and then we can put down a space stock here as well. Does that make sense though? Don't think so. It does make a difference. So we can rather just put point defenses here. No, wait. I got an idea. We are going to make a construction module here. So that we can build something. Because we don't have that module, so like this. At least we do not have any mission control problems there anymore. Because their fleet is gone. So, but we have reached terawatt fusion. No, we have reached anaeronic fusion. We are going into terawatt now. The initial confinement fusion reactor 4 is running. And now we are going to push out the remaining stuff here as well. So that should not be a long time. And then we can really build high-tech ships here. So let's just jump forward a tiny bit. And also our second invasion fleet is almost done now. So we are on 26. We are just waiting for the last 4 coil ships here. Battleships, which are going to finish in... No, it's even more than 4. Why do I have these many now? 1, 2, 3, 4... 32? Thought I'd exactly make 10. Well, whatever. Okay, so we're going to wait for another 43 days and then our second invasion fleet can go out into the void and help us out. At least we do have something on Callisto now, so it's not the worst. We're going to repair this fleet and yeah, let's see what we do with it in the future. I don't know yet. So let's see. And let's just jump forward a tiny bit further. Okay, here we are in January and our fleet is complete and we can pick a target for the invasion fleet 2. I just have to... Oh, we have so many endgame flagships in here. That's the reason why we have more than 30. Good that I checked this. So these 2 endgame flagships, of course, will not be in here. We only need 1. And these one will be instead in the defense fleet here, of course. I made a bit of too many of these battleships here. The flagships, I mean. And now the invasion fleet 2 here is ready to go. And the question is, where do we go? Oh, Jumanji First has made a new station here. Fine with me. So we are on Callisto. I'm going to talk about what is happening there in a second. So because there is stuff happening. We do see that the aliens have stuff on Titus and Dione. Let's see how much in detail. One here, and then there's also the servants. Let's fly to Titus, where we can then take over the servant base and speed up stuff a bit, maybe, if they upgrade that to level 2, for example. And this will take us 37.8 weeks to arrive, so roughly half a year, a bit more. And that's our goal here. So we are going to arrive on September next year, 2039. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, yeah. And we could also fly to Callisto and help us out here. Let's see how long that would take. 20 weeks? But no. Let's progress forward. Let's go into the Saturn system here with that fleet. And onwards we go. This will significantly... So of course we'll significantly weaken the Earth Defense Fleet, but that should be fine. We'd still have... 19 ships, so it's not terrible. I removed most of the torpedo boats by now, just to free up mission control. And so now the second invasion fleet is on its way.
Impressed.
And there we go,
That doesn't
Terror
happen.
Fusion. Here we go, nice. So let's check what we really need now in regards to global tech. So the proton fusion is running. We don't want to go into clean energy and climate mitigation as of now. So this one is also running. We could get some Earth-based techs again so that we have more mission control here, or rather control points get more mission control. Which would mean that we go into the direction of Accelerando. So that's... where are you? Here. Which would require us to go into integrated Earth space economy. That sounds like a good idea. Or we go into arrival governance first with arrival culture. Let's do this. There we go. And now it's time to finish these things here. So we're going to finish this one in January. Then we still need... wait a sec. We should delay these further. Because we still need the Reactor 5 before we go into the ship design there. We could also let's see, how much impact does it do if we... Now the distribution bonus is too high, so we cannot afford this. But we should push this one forward as much as we can. March. Yeah, this one only needs 14k until it's done. This one still needs 20k, and we still need 35k for the next one, so this should be fine. Let's do it like this. Yeah, let's push it out and hope that we get the version 5 as soon as possible. Because that would be ideal for our goals here. There we go. Hey, we want that design eventually as well, yes, but not as of now. So let's wait a few days. What will happen here? Do we get the Reactor 5? I mean, it should be theoretically available. Okay, we just do... Let's check that to be sure. So we go in here and then inertial fusion reactor 5 is what we want. Yeah, we do have everything. We just wait for the unlock here. Good. Oh, what we could do instead ferricides, we can go to the project review because we're still lacking a project from the early game. Maybe we can unlock this by accident.
Offering counsel.
I will help them.
Offering assistance.
And meanwhile, our America is maxed out on mission control. Hey! What's going on there? Ready? What? No! Okay, that's a damaged cruiser. Why do we have these ones separated from the rest here? I'm confused. Shouldn't they be in here? Ah, probably because I separated them before the battle. That was something, yeah. Okay, I don't think I will be in time to save my base, but yeah. We're still going to try to intercept here. Great, but this means I'm going to make a cut in the episode here now, because that fight will not be all too interesting, but I have to micromanage it. So in the next episode we will get the Hellion Nova Lantern, we get the Inertial Confinement Fusion Reactor 3, the Spinal Neutron Lens, and then we are ready to go for some really big ships here, the Dreadnought and the other things here. And the Hellion Nova is the first really good drive. The thrust is, of course, immensely more powerful than the other one we had so far. So if we compare these modules here, let's see. Let's take this one. So the current drive we use, the Deuteron, or Deuteron, yeah, it's only 420,000 and the same amount of KPS. So this means the upgrade we are getting here is immense. We are going to be a lot faster. Literally like 4 times faster. Therefore, flying to something in the outer systems will be a lot faster. But of course, we have to manage all the heat stuff. That's why we go into the Reactor 5. So, yeah, leave a like and subscribe. And see you in the next episode where we're going to construct the new fleet stuff and send or see what happens with our stuff with the invasion fleets that we currently got. I just want to highlight what happened afterwards. So we do have here a bit of stuff flying towards Callisto. For example, a Dreadnought here. Also here. Mothership, battleship, battlecruiser. So they do not like us being there. But of course, this is all taking forever. And we are flying in a lot shorter time to Saturn already. And with the next fleet that we are going to have and we are going to start constructing, it will be even faster. What we could also consider now is maybe upgrading into higher shipyards here. So... oh, we didn't go to a ring. Huh. We could still go into a ring. That might have been a better idea to save time, right? So the endgame particle weapons here. Yeah, 169 days instead of 253. That's 90 days. It's 3 months faster. It's not to be jerked about. But it's also going to be a lot more expensive if we do this. I think the Mars shipyard I upgraded. Yes, so this one is on a ring core already. And yeah, it would almost take half a year to just upgrade to the better shipyard. So we are not going to do this. Maybe I'm going to upgrade Mars, but I'm not going to upgrade Earth. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Leave a like and subscribe.